This is pretty serious down here. Are you seeing this? This is... Get a load of this. Hello everyone, Thranxes here, and welcome back to Astroneer episode 38, where we are getting all of our ducks in a row for a pretty significant undertaking here on Calidor, which is to finish our cave down to the core, activate the gateway portal, and then be connected to all of our other bases via teleportation, limiting the amount of places we need to fly our shuttle to, and then getting one more gateway unlocked on the satellite. Now, we have plenty of compound for tethers, but what I would like to do is get a trade section set up, or no. I would like to get an atmospheric condenser started more than anything. Iron, glass, and plastic. So to do that, we need the chemistry station, chemistry lab, which takes tungsten, which again, right. Ipso facto, we need to go down to the core. So let us bring tethers with us, and we're going to need our drill as well. I think this time we can afford to leave our portable oxygenator behind. Oh, that feels so wrong. Like we should never leave it behind. It really does. But if we're going to tether the whole way... Erg. No, what we should do, because if we bring batteries and oxygen packs and all that, it's just that much more that we have to... I think we can afford to leave the soil, one of the soil tanks behind, perhaps. One of the batteries there. That sort of gives us enough room to bring back a significant amount of wolframite. Let's go. We'll get the tethers going. We're connected. We won't waste any time. We're just going to get going right now. Down into the earth. Now, somebody brought up... Oh, that's right. Somebody brought up a really good idea to try taking a wind turbine, a small wind turbine, down underground with us as a way to continue to gain power for our portable oxygen generator. Let's just see what that costs. 1 glass. Yeah, okay. We'll pop this open for 4 quartz. Why not? And I think we're gonna head over here and start to maybe hollow out the base a little bit. Let's make sure our mod is attached and functioning. There we go. Okay. We're just making it hollow underneath the base. A little bit of trickery to borrow the soil without really deforming much of the visible terrain, as the base is going to cover it. Although at this point, I think we just made a little trap for us to fall into at some point in time. It's probably worth bringing at least one. It is most likely worth bringing at least one small wind turbine with us. I can't see the benefit to bringing more than one, but one is probably okay. I don't know if that works on... Let's see. If we just assume we're going to want the light on non-stop... There's a tether bundle. I think that will work. Yeah, I think that's pretty acceptable. Let's go ahead. We'll get rid of these compound sections for now so that we can start making medium storage. Ugh, I said we were going to jump right down into the cave, and I so lied. I did. I could tell he was lying to me. That's okay. We need these medium storage devices in our life. We well and truly do. It just makes things like the smelter and the soil centrifuge and all of that so much more convenient. Because now look at how much it holds. Alright, not a lot of wind on Calidor though, so that is one of the problems. Now I don't know if the wind on the surface of the planet translates into how little wind you get down below the surface of the planet, but I'm sure that we will find out. Because we're only going to be tethering down our path to the core. Once we're starting to look for resources, we're going to stop with the tethers. Nope, no, no, no. Nice and slow. Take it easy. Easy does it. Very good, very good, very good. Now the real question is, did we bring all 3 mods? We did. Excellent. Then we continue. Nice and slow and steady. It's a slow process, but it'll be really nice when we can just slide all the way down. Because unlike Silva, where we have to zig and zag and it's not super efficient, sliding down when it's a straight path that just gets steeper and steeper, I imagine will be very, very quick. The big thing is going to be making sure that we have a flat area to exit our express ramp when we get to the biome that has all of the resources we want on it. Which would be here. But instead we've continued to dig down. That's a fairly unsteep angle as well. So I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say we're not going to use that. Let's go ahead and just cover that right up, shall we? In fact, there was a bit of a depression back here. I think we're going to cover that up as well. Yes, this thing. Boop. That is going to interfere with our slide ability. Our dirt surfing will be impacted by that. And then, boom, here you go. Okay, so let's go ahead and do some exploration. See if we can locate some... Wait. Is this the biome? With the gray stone and the wolframite. So we need to see wolframite to confirm that this is in fact the biome we're looking for. Otherwise, wow, that is a lot of malachite. It does have the green poison gas plants. And these dangerous things we're keeping a wide berth from. We'll just bring this salvage back. I feel like a shredder down here would clean up house. Okay, so for science, we're going to assess whether or not this wind turbine... Hey, look at that! Oh, wow. Oh, what? No, it stopped moving. So it's unreliable, but it does work. It does the job. It does indeed. Not like it's a huge deal because we did tether our way down here, but if we brought some packagers, we could package up that debris. That would be kind of handy. No, I don't think this is our biome, though. I don't think this is our tier, our level, if you will. We need to go deeper, deeper still. Down another level, if you will. Laterite, quartz, all of these things. Detritus. Yeah, we could bring this back, maybe. I mean, at this point, the research is becoming ancillary. I sort of wish there was something you could do with the research. Like, I don't know what. Maybe if you got enough research, you could turn it into resources. I don't know. Thematically, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense. You're just kind of poofing things into existence with knowledge. It's teletronically manifested. I don't think this is the area. So that being said, I'm going to undo my little thing here to go a little steeper, if you will. That doesn't appear to be... I mean, is it steep? Here, let's... It's still steep enough to slide, but then when we get here... Okay, so this... This isn't it either, is it? It must continue steeper still. Is it? I don't see the gray pillars. Well, I know we're not cutting it at such a shallow direction that we're ending back up. All right, we're just going to continue with this for now. Slow and steady wins the race. Down, down, down. To the core of the desert planet we go. What is this madness? There we go. Now, can you stretch to here? Ah, that works. All right, easy does it. Easy does it. We should have... I don't think we have any more compound, do we? Oh, we do. We have enough to make one more tether bundle. One more. I don't think that's going to be enough to reach the core. But as long as we can get back down here quickly and easily, we've got to at least get to the core gateway so that we can know which resource it is we need to come back with. Otherwise, that's just an extra trip we're going to have to make. Because once we go down there the first time without knowing what we need to bring back, or the first time we go down there, we're not going to be able... We have to walk ourselves all the way back up. We can't just teleport back up because we haven't yet learned what we need. That's pretty steep, but that might not be steep enough. Okay, so this is indeed the biome with the sharp, gray, scraggly rocks. Yep, and the ammonium. And here's our wolframite right over here, which we are going to grab much of this. Okay, okay. Whoa. That's quite a bit, admittedly. 4? That's probably good. I'm not going to forget my way back. I know it's right through here. I'm thinking maybe we make this path a little steeper here. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, we just kind of carved that right down into the earth. Surgically so. As steep as we can. We need to ensure we connect to the core. It needs to be a certainty. No misunderstandings. I think here what we can do is we can just go ahead and fill this up. Oh, hold on. Close enough, close enough. See, this is where I want to get my terrain analyzer, because this would be really neat to get our base this color, this sort of red hard rock. I wonder if when you use the terrain analyzer, it passes on the hardness of the terrain along with the color. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Boom, there we've broken out. Okay, let's be careful not to slide to our doom, because that is a very, very real possibility that can happen. One more compound was all we needed. Whoa. Like, whoa. Alright, let's do it. There's the Astronium, is it not? No, that is a mushroom. And that is ammonium in the wall. Okay, hold on. I think this is the core. I feel fairly certain it is. We seem to be slicing down at a pretty steep angle. Is it steep enough, though? I'm sure it is, although there was an in-between level, right? In between the mushroom biome and the core, there was sort of an intermediary level. So we're absolutely going to be short on the compound required to make this work. Let's continue placing our tethers. We'll do our due diligence. We're just going to ride this down. There it is, more wolframite, malachite, scrap resources, research. So these gray formations, these are almost like giant fossils, aren't they? Like giant kind of bones. It's sort of neat. I do like that. Okay, let's continue our path down. Although, to be fair, what was a very steep path now is a very gentle path down. I almost think we should reassess our pathing now. Oh, this is where the real resources are plentiful, and the hazardous plants. Look at how tall these caves are, too. So that was our other path, where our other path came out. Look at that. No, don't get all that ammonia. We do not need the ammonium as of right this second. I think the proper answer is, in fact, to readjust our angle now. Even though we haven't intersected with the plane of this next one, I think we should just redraw it right here. Yep, just like this. Alright, as long as we can travel up it. Ooh, it's steep. Oh no. Can we please travel up it? Oh, that is a little obnoxious. It's because of the low gravity, right? Okay, so that's probably a bit too steep. Okay, so our solution is, yep, to do that. And at this point, we just have to walk ourselves back up. So we don't want to go as steep as we started to go, but we don't really want to go as shallow as we were going either. We did get wolframite. Okay, so it's going to take a couple of trips. For some reason, I thought we would just merrily go plummeting down into the core and be happy and just tra-la-la, you know. But as it turns out, it is an endeavor. We took it for granted because of how quickly it happened on DeSolo. Totally forgetting that that's a moon, not a planet. Planets have a lot more layers. Ooh. Bingo. We're going to leave this wolframite right here. Look at this. Compound, I choose you. Look at that. All right, so actually, hold on. Hold the phone. Oh, wait, no. We do not have to turn ourselves around. We can continue going, and we will continue going. Down and down we go. All right, let's take it easy here. This is where it gets a little treacherous, right? But we're still at this really creepy angle listing to the left, which has got me concerned. I would love it if we could... Here, first of all, let's reclaim all of this. Now, I'd like maybe an in-between. I like this. I'm a fan of this angle. Yes, this is very nice. No, stop. Okay, we can climb up it easily. It's not so steep that it's untraversable, and that was my major concern. So we get our tethers back out. We're going to need more soil in the tank, so we can go ahead and just kind of widen this up a little bit here. Yep, and then this is where it gets really steep. Ooh, easy does it. Wow, I can barely just tap on the button at all, and we go sliding. Okay, okay. Easy. Easy. Let's get our path all the way down so we have a path back up. And then give me that tether back, please. Troublemaking tether. I don't know if I want this, like fossilized bone thing sitting here. We'll go tether there, and then tether here. Hey, look at that, it reaches. Okay, so from here, let's disturb some of this, shall we? And make this thing just kind of disappear here, where it's not all up in our path. There we go, very good, very good. Now, we're absolutely in the low gravity zone. The question is, are we already at the core where we need to start looking for obelisks to punch our way through? Or are we just at the transitionary boundary? Okay, we can still see our path, so... a lot of malachite, ammonium, wolframite down here. I'm not seeing... I'm seeing the continued trend of really not any graphite. There's laterite. There's organic. All right, let's back up. I don't think this is the actual core. I think this is the transition zone, so we're going to need to go down another level. But there's a lot of wolframite and malachite here for the picking, so let us, I think we'll flatten this out a bit here, right, like this. So we have a nice area to stop, although that might not be as flat as we want to make it. Ugh, it's so difficult without the alignment tool to get it where you want. There. That is good. And then, look how close that is. And then from here, we go down another layer. Another one. Nice and steep-like. We want to ensure we cut directly into the core. But it's got to be traversable. We've got to be able to get back up. So, a quick check. Says, yes, we can. Okay. Easy does it. Okay, so again, it is slower to path down with these tethers, but ultimately very consistent. Not really any fear of death, although we could still die to the occasional hostile flora. As we said a few episodes ago, there is no fix for foolishness. Look, we've transitioned to yet again another color. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say we're going to need 2 tether bundles, so let's make that a reality. This color is pretty neat. Oh! Weren't we just talking about no graphite down here? Look at that. Graphite, to me, seems to be the hardest resource to get in bulk. I know somebody was saying, and my deep apologies, I can't remember who it was, somebody was saying in the comments how they like to spend their... Oh, all that stuff is just plummeting beneath us. How they like to spend their scrap on lithium. But I found one trip to Visanya, and I had more lithium than I could carry. What I've had difficulty finding are motherlode deposits of graphite. And because you have to make packagers, and they're one-time use, I find it to be more valuable. Whoa. This is pretty serious down here. Are you seeing this? Get a load of this. Look at all those goodies we dropped down there. Alright, I think we just continue our path, nice and steady. Whatever we pick up and drop is whatever we pick up and drop. We just accept it. We're still continuing at a nice angle. Okay. Although you can tell, as incredibly steep as this angle was when we started, you can already see it is not that steep down here in the core. I mean, this is definitely the core. The presence of astronium confirms we've made it to the core. The outer core, if you will. So we should be able to find a purple obelisk here soon. But you can tell, looking at this plane compared to what we're burrowing, yeah, not that steep at all. Not comparatively. And I am not going to be killed by those plants again. I refuse. You've hurt me. You've hurt me too many times already. And we should have plenty of compound to make this a reality. My thing is I don't want to dig down through the core here because then, like we noticed in the past, that just sets us up to fall through and then we've lost all sense of direction. And when you know you're going to complete the teleportation, that's a fine decision you can make. You can weigh the pros and the cons, and you can come to the determination that, yeah, we're going to lose our orientation, but so what? Who cares? We'll teleport ourselves back out. However, when you do not know the resource that it takes to activate the portal, odds are you will have to make another trip down here, which means you'll need to know how to get back to where you came from. One of the things that's a little, oh, does it just keep going? Are we not at the core yet? One of the things that I find peculiar is that we're not seeing the green poisonous gas-spitting plants here. But look at all this astronium. This has to be the core. Because look at that. That's like... No, that's not where we stopped. We stopped at an intermediary level. But look how slow we're falling. Oh my goodness. This means we have to yet again continue down another tier and increase our steepness. Oof, that looks a mite steep. Look at that slow fall. Woo! Come on, get us a nice... Ooh, that looks treacherous. Okay, so let's start to walk down it, and then, oop, let's see if we can walk back. Okay, we can walk back. All right. Deeper and deeper we go. Oh no. What? Why did my tether go tumbling? Hold the phone. What happened there? I do not accept these terms. I reject these terms. Oh. Okay, if it looks like we're going to bust right open into the inner core, then we have to immediately stop and turn around and reassess our life, unless we're going to bridge the whole way, and I don't think that's a good use of our time and resources. We really just want to get to the purple obelisk. I can't believe... This feels further down than the one on Silva, doesn't it? Maybe the average elevation of Calidor is higher than Silva. Oh, we did. We busted right into the core. No. Nope. No, we're not doing that. So indeed what we need to do is we need to find the purple obelisk. The Astronium should have been a dead giveaway. Should have been. But it was not. I'm just going to cover that up. Okay, it looked like there was an obelisk in this direction, so... let's continue placing our tethers, and we'll just smooth out a nice straight tunnel here. I'm curious, though, with these large chasms... no, that's our level. Right? It's such a maze. Whoa, whoa. I take it back. I'm sorry. Come on. Eat it up before it kills us. Alright, and then we go back here. We're just going to extend this down like this. There we go. Get a nice straight path. And come back up here. We'll connect our tethers. Right? A nice gradual path down. Oh, that tether's lost, just tumbling. Look at that rock formation. Look at these rock formations. It's like a portal. What happens when we jump through? 3 points. That's quartz. I don't like all of you. I don't like all of you at all being down here. Danger, danger, danger. I don't like it. Nope. I'm not going to be killed by some plants. Although getting our stuff back would be fairly easy, for sure. It wouldn't be the nightmare it was before, because we're right by our base and we would just tether down and... I think we'll have to try the rover path again on the next one, just to see if we can do that a little safer than we did this. Is that going to go down? What is this? It's not us. That's requesting power. Mm-hmm. I see you there. Curiouser and curiouser. I still am not seeing an obelisk. It's not a very wide open place. But if I remember correctly from when we were looking down into the core, it seemed like there should be an obelisk in this direction. So if we just keep going, we'll eventually see it, right? I mean, eventually, we're going to traverse enough of this outer core. Oops. Time for another tether bundle. Ooh, I'm glad I grabbed that extra compound. The thing is, it's not as open. I think that's the real kicker, is it's not nearly as open as the other core was, maybe. What? Look at the curvature of this. Just walking through a wall, we've ended up angled upwards? What? That's how extreme the curvature of the core is. Look at this. 1 minute, you're walking along the bottom, then you snap a straight line with your flatten tool, and then the next thing you know, you're heading uphill and you're departing the core. Wow. So then the only option is we continue looking for a purple obelisk, or we dig down into the inner core with our tool and bypass the preferred method of, nope, disregard. We have found one. Probably took the long way, but we did it, so let's do that. Look how little of it is showing. Yeah, it's tricky to find it with all of these large rock formations in here. But this way will assure we have a clean path to walk in and out. I think no matter what you do, it's always going to be better to have a clear path in and out. All right, and now we dig, right? Okay. Right, there we go, just like that. Excellent, we've done it. We have done it. I'm curious if there are any open canyons that lead down in here, because it looked like there might have been at a couple of different junctures. Doesn't look like it now, though. Is there any way I can teeter this around to the other side without it biting through? Wonderful. Okay, and then right here. Perfect. Okay, so that's the completion. That's where we activate it. Let's go see what our resource is. That's peculiar. Okay, let's take a look here. It doesn't look like a natural resource that I can see. Or a refined resource. Or an atmospheric resource. Explosive powder. It is! It's explosive powder. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool because that's... Whoa. Because that's what we're going to make to be playing with TNT, and that sort of gives us a reasonable excuse to get the atmospheric condenser going and everything else before we activate the portal, which is kind of what I wanted to do, but then it felt wasteful not to get the portal going, and then lo and behold, we need to anyways. But we needed to get down here to see what it was, to know what we would need to activate it, and now that we know, it is time to go back and activate it. That being said, that won't happen this episode because we're already running long, and explosive powder is going to take a hot second to get the stuff together to craft. But next time, we'll be going for that next time. So this has been Astroneer episode 38. Thank you so much for joining me. I do hope you've had a good time watching, because as always, I have had a good time playing. Do be sure to come back next time as we start to craft some of that explosive powder, see how helpful the TNT is, maybe even make some fireworks just for fun, who knows. But most importantly, we'll be trying to activate the core gateway of Calidor. Until next time, take care.